So I'm going to prove to you the connection that these people have. It's a civil conspiracy. It's kind of scary for me to see that they have this Attack Medical Holdings now. So that's all part of the urgent care centers, right? And then check this out. So this is a tribute to Ray Hennique. It's on the ActDev site now for Takakoop, and he was he served as the board of directors. Richard Hennique, he is also part of SIGA. He was part of the Chamber of Commerce at time. He still is very much in contact with the second guy in command at the Chamber of Commerce. This is Carmen Little. He was not a counselor from 2017 to 2020, no, 2021 to 2024. Or he just got back in actually in the last election. He was not a counselor before that. He's busy riding around with bikers and this, that, the other thing. It does say his portfolio here. It does state ACFS here too as well. He was the board chair at ACFS when we were served those attacks by Anita Hennique. Rhea Hennique is Anita's uncle. So here is Rhea Hennique stated here with Auntie Donna and how Donna is, I'm pretty sure this is the Donna, or that could be Donna. That's Anita's mom. So this is my proof that Donna Hennique was one of the board of trustees during the attacks of myself at ACFS, which happened in 2019. The abduction happened in 2021. Lanny Hennique, he was also, as I stated, he was a board of trustee during all of these things too as well. And he also helped serve me those documents by the court system on banned funds. I was an invited in member that served a lot of discrimination by these people. So this was just recently. Lanny Hennique was in Saskatoon, and saying he's been chosen, and we put up with all of this. We've understood all of this addiction, and Attack-A-Coop is the best person for this 20 whatever apartment block housing, whatever. They are capable of so much. And if they don't like you, do you think you're going to get an apartment in their housing? So again, all of these people, Stanley Sasakamoose, Eliza Sasakamoose, Carmen Little, Burton Hennique, Marge Hyman, James Eisbister, Ben Hennique, they were all part of leadership at the time we were attacked. So again, this is the premises in which they left my daughter, Anita Hennique, at Attack-A-Coop Child and Family Services. She placed my daughter here after there was a so-called healing circle on the premises that I asked for. It was Wayne Hennique, Anita's dad, Donna Hennique's ex-husband, that came in and accused my daughter of murder and said they were all going to be charged and that she had to tell the truth. They fought us on everything. It was at that meeting that I told them that the kids were complying with the police. They knew nothing. They were going based on rumor, of course, off of social media. And you see that Anita and her family have been on my pages as well. They keep tabs on me. This was the premises in which Anita, that officer, felt that my daughter was deserving after taking her out of a home and saying that the woman there, because she was HIV positive, was a danger to my daughter. That was the first time I met Mr. Weeb, and Mr. Weeb tried to take me to jail because I was upset about what Joni had done to me, and that woman was not unsafe for my daughter. Yes, ACFS is very capable. She is part of that judicial system. This is her with bragging about her partner, that pit bull. She was involved recently in Saskatoon. This pit bull killed another dog and attacked another dog that was not even antagonized. Like these Henniques, you don't have to antagonize them. They'll just bite to kill. And she went into a courtroom and lied about her premises, lied about the safety of others, saying that she'd always muzzle her dog and she would never bring it to Saskatoon, where out in the reserve, it was in a gated in yard, blah, 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 blah. She is our fiduciary agent and our child and family services director in charge of the safety of our children. She used her position in 2017 to have a dangerous offender let loose in our community and her home where she's only raising daughters. This is her up here, Anita Hennique. This is that document out of the courtroom where they did release Perry Pachowis into her care. There it states right at the bottom. So you're telling me that Saskatchewan Justice doesn't scratch the backs of a Hennique and put dangerous people in these communities? They are working on stats, so their fucking new law and their treatment centers are justified. This is the newspaper clipping done from the Star Phoenix that states that what Anita had said in a courtroom, a court of law, she lied. This is Google Maps. This is where Anita Hennique lives out in the community. There is no chain link fence around her yard at all. She is lying, and she's one of our main fiduciary agents out in this community. She is hidden by our active partners and their partners at Sask Health. The Sask Party's social services, justice, and health. And Benjamin, that is the chief sister-in-law. That's one of the Gabby girls, Iona's sister. When all of this first came about, they were tagging Anita off of posts off of my page. Candace Faith Ledoux, that is Gloria Ledoux's daughter. Gloria is deceased Maureen Henekew's sister. And she was also the one in that meeting stating that we lost a son and you have to fill this hole in. And they were trying to put a world of hurt on their granddaughter, their niece. Anita Henekew was immediate relation to my daughter. Her file should have never stayed with Atakakoop First Nation, should have been moved to another agency. So again, this is Joni Genero, the receptionist at ACFS, and she states what she's done. She says she'll do it again. She was the one when they held me in the office. She held me up against a filing cabinet. Like I said, it was Gail Sasakamoose. That's our head counselor right now, Stanley Sasakamoose's wife. Leadership was very aware of the abuses that were going on at ACFS, and that's what I mean, is that this is a whole family, and they covered it all up. And again, those girls would not quit. That's Carla Albert. She is the receptionist at the band office. And Joni Genero was the receptionist at ACFS. Both girls knew, because of the gossip within their offices, that this leadership held the narrative and they were meeting with police. They knew they would never get investigated. And this is why Merriman was at health when I got abducted. And then he was in justice when I asked for accountability. And again, like I said, Sheila Henekew, she's no longer working for Sask Health. She was fired in 2021 due to the abduction. She was the one in charge. Her mom actually is Rutha Henekew from ACFS. Rutha Henekew is also an auntie to Anita Henekew, the director at ACFS. And then so relation to Ray and Donna and everybody, the trustee fund at ACDEV, all of them, they work together to psychologically abuse me. This was the election clerk at the time, Belinda Nelson, and you'll hear Josh saying, and everybody has the right but you, and that's what Belinda told me on social media blatantly. This is my proof to the abduction. That's where they got the idea from. Let's get her fucking mentally incompetent so she can never run in elections or anything, right? And they did that. They painted me crazy to many of these different governments, and I'm proving to you that I was not crazy. It was gang stalking. Like I said, this is to Kent Ashworth. He was one of the investigators on the Brendan Henekew case. This was December 2018. We were still being highly assaulted and highly hunted, and they knew everything in August of 2018. So my question is, how come? Why? They were aware. Look at it, says my child's been threatened. We've been attacked. How come they didn't stop it? ICC chief and counsel, so they were very well aware. Lania Henekew was aware. Everybody at ACDEV was aware. They ignored us. How come? Again, Joni Genero, the receptionist at ACFS. I think this is highly inappropriate. She's putting out ACFS things, so we get no privacy. Our privacy is not protected within ACFS, and she is proving it. She is the receptionist that attacked me when they held me in the office. That is unlawful confinement, 6 of them, while she attacked me. She put out multiple posts about me multiple times after the attack. So to me, it's like my rapist coming back, continually assaulting me and getting away with it. Also in this post, you see, this is her husband, Marvin Genero. This was in the election. He was running again. So this was the counselor list, and you'll see Marvin Genero's name on here, Marty Henekew, Larry Henekew, Barry Sasakamoose, Stanley Sasakamoose. Russell Henekew was also a counselor and on the board at ACFS when we were being attacked. He also encouraged us to stand up against Larry behind closed doors, and then again did nothing when we were being abused. This is a letter from my abduction to Sask Health, so they're very aware and they refuse to give me any accountability. This is the definition of gang stalking right here. Again, the Justice Director, Larry Henekew's brother, Eric Henekew, he set up the meeting between the RCMP. This is proof to that fact. This came from the Canadian Complaints Commission, Civilian Complaints Commission. That is proof that they met during this murder investigation. We were highly attacked by police after this meeting. More abuses by Joni, Carol Henekew. Joni was talking smart because she knew nobody was going to look in our direction. Josh Sasakamoose, another one of my assailants from ACFS. He attacked me with Cheryl Sanderson, Lisa Henekew Greya's sister-in-law. She has since become a social worker. They rewarded her. And this is Lania Henekew encouraging Carla Albert. And there's my